Hello class and welcome to CIS289 Summer Edition. This class has CRN 32630 WW1 and this is an online only 10-week course. This video is just going to step you through a little bit of introductory stuff as well as just familiarize yourself with Blackboard, although that shouldn't be too difficult since this is a 200 level course. You should have already taken a 100 level course in Python, so this environment should feel very familiar. So just the getting started stuff. As far as the syllabus is concerned, you'll be able to see the syllabus in Blackboard. I'll show you where that is here in a little bit. But the highlights that I want to make sure that you see, you have information for contacting me in the syllabus. That includes both my DMACC email address as well as my personal cell phone number. I do note in the syllabus, and I'd like to also note here, I strongly prefer email communication because it gives me the opportunity to consume your question as well as get a proper response out to you. If you have to contact me via my phone, then I would suggest you first text me because that gives me the opportunity again to see what you're asking so I can give you a response, and any kind of phone calls would be something that would be pre-scheduled, so I would know who you are, because if I get a phone call from a random phone number, I'm more than likely not going to answer it. So always start with email communications. Expectations. I do expect you to participate early each week. By participating early, it gives me the opportunity to assist you if you get stuck with a reasonable amount of time. If you're starting the assignments the day they're due and run into an issue, I probably won't be able to help because by the time I get your question and get it answered, it'll already be late. I expect that you turn work in on time. Late work can incur a 50% deduction, and I do accept those late assignments up to 7 days after the due date. No work will be accepted after 1 week past the due date. You'll be able to tell when work is no longer being accepted on a module because there'll be an item in Blackboard that'll say no items, no homework accepted below this line, which I'll show you that as well, and the assignments themselves will disappear. As far as attendance, DMACC requires that I report non-attendance. Non-attendance in this case will be anybody that has not logged into Blackboard and done the Introduce Yourself discussion board by Friday, May 21st. So make sure you get those things done early so that you don't get marked as non-attending. DMACC also requires that I report quit attending halfway through the course. So in this class, there would be anything that included in the first 4 modules. And I define someone as quit attending in my course if they have less than a 40% overall score at the midterm portion of the course. That's determined by all the assignments completed through Module 4. I will also drop students for quit attending if they have not completed homework for 2 consecutive weeks or have not logged into Blackboard for 10 days without contacting me to explain why. And as usual, students are expected to review and understand the class syllabus, and you can see a general planned course schedule in the syllabus as well as in the syllabus folder in Blackboard, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. A couple of tips. How to be successful, I've kind of already said this, but put that effort in early in the week. By getting it done early, you have time to run into those issues and get help from either Google or me or your fellow students before assignments are due. Don't fall behind. That is a big issue in the full 15-week version of this course. It is absolutely critical in this 10-week course. You cannot fall behind because you won't be able to catch up. So make sure that you stay on top of all of these assignments, stay on top of all these modules, just keep at it so that you don't end up dropping out of the course. And then please ask questions of me or your fellow students. Each module has a Q&A discussion board where you can post questions that can be answered either by me or preferably by your classmates. You do have to subscribe to those Q&A discussion boards to be notified if somebody posts. So make sure that each week that you are subscribed to that discussion board, because you might have the opportunity to help another student or they might have the same question you do. I added this slide in for this semester. This is the first condensed version of this course, and certain topic matters condensed well into single modules. However, on those modules, the workload is higher. So I wanted to make sure you got a feel for how much you should expect each week. Now, this is just my estimate based on previous experience teaching this course, but I think it's fairly accurate. Week 1 is going to be very intense. There is the review section, and there are some miscellaneous topics that are typically covered in week 2. So week 1 is going to be a very busy week. Week 2 is also a combination of 2 weeks from normal length courses. It has a lot of content. Weeks 3, 4, and 5 are a little bit lighter because they are independent modules. They didn't get combined. Week 6 and 7 and 8, 9, those weeks again get quite a bit busy. I'm a little concerned students are going to get lulled into a sense of it's not too difficult in week 3, 4, and 5 because there is less work there, but it does then ramp back up after that. So please don't fall into that trap. Make sure that you are keeping on top of things. Don't think that you can start getting away with getting that stuff done at the last minute, because there is a lot in week 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so that's everything I want to show on the slides. I'm just going to step through the general stuff in Blackboard real quick so you can navigate without any issues. So whenever you log into the course, the first place you come to is the announcements section. This is where I'm able to communicate with the class as a whole. Each week there'll be an announcement like this where it says the generic stuff. This module is due on this date. Here's some general information about the module. Here's the list of things that need to be submitted in the module. Those come in every week at the same moment that the modules open up in course content. If I run into any kind of perhaps assignment issues or things the students are struggling with, I will make an announcement here to assist you as well. So this is an area you want to pay attention to because there could be topical information that pertains to whatever we're doing in that module. So always check this, at least check it a couple of days a week just to make sure, or a couple of times a week just to make sure that you haven't missed something important. Once you're past the announcements, you can, if you're interested, you can go into the syllabus section, take a look at this semester syllabus. You should download that so you have a copy of it. If you want to see some information about me, I'm super interesting. You could go into your instructor, and after that, you can go into course content, and this is where we will see our modules for this semester. And I'm going to just scroll all the way to the bottom. You don't see all of this, you just see these modules as they appear. But I wanted to show you this at the very bottom. This is the indicator that the items below it are no longer accepted. I want to keep the folders with the content available to you, so I do not close the folders. However, the assignments themselves will disappear from the folders once I'm no longer accepting late work for those assignments. So you'll see each week this bar will move up above each one of these folders as we go through the semester. So that's your indication that once something is below that line, I'm no longer taking work in that module. So that's really everything. You just each week you go into whatever module we're on. You can step through each one of the topics. So this is module 1. You can step through each one of the topics. I always have a video, a demonstration lecture in the video. In some modules, especially those ones where I've combined 2 modules, there are actually 2 review videos or 2 demonstration videos. So here's an example where this video here is the review, and further down, here's the code demonstration for the second part of that module. So you'll see that in some cases, so make sure you don't miss that. But you just get started at the top, topic 1, and work your way through each one of the topics. At the bottom of each module, again, here's that help area where you can ask and answer questions from your fellow students. And then down here, this is that first week, it's very intense. This is the list of assignments that you need to be completed. So you want to make sure that when you think you're done, that you have a submission in for each one of the assignments listed here. That's pretty well everything. Just keep on top of things, push hard, expand your knowledge. That's the whole point of this course, and reach out if you are struggling so I can assist you in whatever way possible. I want this to be a fun course. I find this material very interesting. Hopefully it's the same for you.